So we turn to the Tokyo Olympics. Sunday marks day 2 of the big event and 18 golds are up for grabs. And for more on that, let's cross live to Adam Hunt in Tokyo. Adam, first tell us more about the competitions so far and what can we expect later on Sunday?
Yes, as you said, another busy day here in Tokyo. 29 events in total taking place today and 18 golds will be handed out. Also some new sports that we will be seeing at the Olympics for the first time here in Tokyo, the likes of skateboarding and surfing getting their starts today here in the Japanese capital. It's currently China who lead the medal table. They didn't win any golds earlier on in the Olympics, but they won one yesterday, 3 yesterday in total, and they now have 5 medals over the course of the games so far. 3 golds, and Japan are currently in second with 3 medals in total. We've had our first world record of the games. Australia in the 4x100 metres women's freestyle relay getting the gold there and also setting a new world record, 3 minutes 29.69 the exact time. Naomi Osaka, who of course famously lit the Olympic flame in this magnificent stadium here behind me a couple of nights ago at the opening ceremony. She's on court right now in her match against China's Zheng Sai. Team USA, as we were saying earlier on, made unwanted history yesterday, the first time in 50 years that they didn't win a medal on the first official day of an Olympics Games. They have won some medals today though, so getting back on track Team USA. We also saw the youngest competitor here at the Tokyo Games, 12-year-old Hen Zaza from Syria, competing in the table tennis, although she lost her first round match. And we have had a big upset in the women's tennis. Ash Barty, who of course won Wimbledon, the world #1, she's lost her first round match against Sara Sorribes-Tormo. A brilliant performance from Sorribes-Tormo, but Barty said afterwards that it was the heat that was proving difficult for her. I'm sure you can see from all of the sunshine behind, it is very, very hot, unseasonably hot here in the Japanese capital, well over 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and those conditions are proving difficult for the athletes competing in really physical sports like tennis and soccer and some of the other outdoor events like cycling.
Adam, in another development, new Olympic-related COVID cases were also reported on Saturday. How is this COVID situation affecting the Games?
Well, it really is one of those subjects that's just bubbling under the surface here over the last week or so. We've seen protests in the city against the Games. Local residents here, about 60 or 70% of them do not want these Olympic Games here in their city. They want it to be cancelled and they are calling for it to be stopped. Such is the discontent amongst locals about the Olympics. In terms of the new cases, I can give you the official figures here. We'll start inside the Olympics bubble. So these are people connected with the Olympics that are here in Tokyo. 10 new cases in the last 24 hours. So that brings the total since records began on July the 1st and athletes started arriving for the Games to 137. Two of those 10 new cases were from inside the athletes' village. Now the IOC, we heard from them earlier on. Mark Adams, their spokesman, was speaking at a press conference and he said that the numbers they're seeing over the last few days are the numbers they were expecting to see, perhaps even slightly lower. And he pointed to the fact that they've done 170,000 PCR tests so far, specifically on athletes, and only had 37 positives out of all of those tests, and that's a percentage of 0.02%. So the IOC are very happy with those numbers and they think that the protocols they've enforced are working, the likes of mask wearing, social distancing. They have seen some breaches of that today, partly due to the heat, athletes taking their masks down and also some hugging on the podiums when they awarded medals, which I suppose could be understood. But the IOC says that they're going to try to keep enforcing those protocols to keep the COVID cases down.
Thank you very much, Adam Hunt in Tokyo.